Hey everybody, Pastor Todd here, coming to you from my office. Behind me you see my view. I'm blessed with a wonderful view down the hill into Unity Park. Can't do it outside though. It's a little rainy out there. All right, I have a embarrassing confession. I've been in ministry now since 97, 2007, 2017. So 25 years. I've been ordained for 17 years, and I'm just now learning how to count my Lenten days. I was wrong. You don't count Sundays. So I've been saying today in my erroneous calculation, it's March 31st, the 30th day of Lent, when actuality, it is the 26th day of Lent. You don't count Sundays. So we're still over halfway there. So when I have a couple more reflections on a Sunday, I think you just say it's the fourth Sunday of Lent or whatever. So March 31st, 26th day of Lent, we are going to read from Tish Oxenreider's Bitter and Sweet. These are journeys towards Easter. Get on my trusty cheaters and read to you about the weekly deadly sin. This week's deadly sin is anger, or also called wrath in the list of deadly sin. That's what Aquinas calls it, wrath. Thursday. A perfect modern image of anger is the red, square-faced, squatty man in the Pixar film Inside Out. He sees with indignation when the character in whose brain he lives is wronged in any manner that feels illogical to him. When preschool-aged Riley, the main character of the movie, is given broccoli and her dad tells her there's no dessert unless she tries it, anger screams, "So that's how you want to play it, old man? No dessert? Oh, sure, we'll eat our dinner right after you eat this." And when Riley retorts with a churlish attitude toward her father, the anger inside her dad's head bellows, "Take it to DEFCON 2." Anger is universal, frequent, and often understandable. Like most of the vices we've explored in this Lenten season, anger is a passion that steered a few degrees off course from God's ideal for us. Its original motive might be goodness, but it drifts towards disorder. Anger becomes the sin of wrath when it takes the form of an improper reaction towards someone or something else, and we're the ones to ultimately feel its vindictive burn. Anger is a sin when you're irascible about things that are just. When the driver in front of you is going the speed limit, but you're running late. When your parent disciplines you as a child for disobedience. Or when a professor marks your final exam with a low score when you never studied. Reacting with anger is unjust. Those consequences fit the situation. God is likely allowing those outcomes to mature you toward greater wisdom. And to respond with bitterness is to reject God's sagacity. Anger is also a sin when it arises from dishonorable motives. Perhaps you were truly wrong. Your sister borrowed your shirt without asking, and now it's stained and unwearable. But now you're cultivating ire toward her in hopes that she suffers. We might feel anger toward a coworker who we rightly sense didn't deserve a raise, yet it morphs into sin when we desire their public humiliation. Finally, anger is a sin when the situation doesn't justify our response. Yelling at a baby for throwing peas on the floor is obviously out of line. But what about when you snap at a stranger who then cuts us off in traffic? How often do we lash out at a family member whom we deeply love for forgetting to empty the dishwasher again? The vice of anger gives birth to other offenses that breed only bitterness in our bodies and souls. Unhealthy thoughts, unwholesome speech, and even destructive actions towards one another. May Christ's unfailing love for us free us from the bondage of vindictive anger. And here is our little prayer. This one's from St. John Chrysostom. Lord, I pray to you, who alone are holy, that you sanctify my soul and body, my heart and mind, and renew me wholly. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're counting it right now. Tomorrow will be the 27th day of Lent, April 1st. See you tomorrow.